What's going on, people? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are good. I hope you are safe. Okay, so in this video, I'll be breaking down the evolution of Lauryn Hill's Freeform dreadlocks. Quite a sketchy journey, but so she had a dreadlocks for roughly 2 years. Then also in 1995, she had it for 2 years. Her dreadlocks went really free from dreadlocks, but they looked free from dreadlocks. To an extent, they were free from dreadlocks, but they were not as authentic as, let's say, Bob Marley's free from dreadlocks. Okay, so from 1990 to 1993, she didn't have free from dreadlocks. She only had an afro, but the afro was concealed underneath the styling braids. It was braids. It was, I don't really know the names of these haircuts, bro, of these styling techniques. It's braids. The other one is the kind of braids, long braids, the female long braids. The other one it's the haircut where they twist their hairs into circles around the head. And the other one is just cornrows. Yeah. So from 1990 to 1993, she was acting during that time. So I'd like to think that's the reason why she had like different haircuts, and she didn't have like a stable, kind of consistent haircut. One thing I can say is that during this time, when she's braiding her hair and stuff like that, by the looks of it, it seems like the hair was growing underneath. So she had an afro. This time, she was growing the afro bit by bit. So that afro is gonna come in handy. Or let me just say that afro comes in handy in 1994 when she all of a sudden has Freeform dreadlocks. And they come out of nowhere, that's the thing. And the best way to really describe this is implanted. But for now, in 1999, that's when I can say implanted, but we're gonna get there. But in 1994 to 1995, she had dreadlocks. But I feel like this is when her dreadlocks were really free from dreadlocks. So what it looks like is that she had an afro underneath, like I said. Then the afro was crocheted. She used the crochet to lock up the afro into dreadlocks. And I think she had time away from the spotlight to actually grow the hair underneath. Or maybe when they were crocheting her afro, they didn't reach the root of the hair. They only crocheted maybe up until this part. Then when it comes to the rest of the thing, they didn't, because that's the freeform look. You don't see people with freeform dreadlocks that you can see the scalp underneath. So by 1994, 1995, the dreadlocks are small, but not small as in tiny. They are still standing on their own. They haven't fallen. They actually look beautiful. How I know that she used the crochet needle is because when you look at the width of all the dreadlocks, they are exactly the same width. By width, I mean size. The size of the dreadlocks are the same size. If you grow dreadlocks from scratch, or you let them form on their own, either by just letting them be or speeding up the process by twisting them with your hand or with a crochet needle, when you use a crochet needle, they have to be the same width, because if you don't do the same width, It's gonna show. You're gonna have thick ones and really small ones, and that looks weird and ugly when you have dreadlocks, freeform dreadlocks. But a beautiful thing about freeform dreadlocks is that you can get thick dreadlocks and small dreadlocks. But if you let them be, you let them grow on their own, those are Congos. But if you were to take a crochet needle and make one side thicker and one side tiny, you're gonna see that this was a crochet needle that did this, because it's not gonna be natural. It's almost gonna be too perfect. Like, as you can see, my dreadlocks, I always use this one as an example. Okay, let's use this one. If you see this, can you see how thick this is? And you can tell that this is natural because it has different shapes and sizes. But if you use a crochet needle, the strand itself is gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be bumpy. Like, it's gonna be a perfect symmetry. So by 1996, this is where things start getting sketchy. Randomly, the dreadlocks are gone. 1996 till 1998, the dreadlocks are gone. The only thing that she has, she goes back to braiding her hair. I believe that she kept the dreadlocks. She kept them. Maybe she cut them, but she kept them. Because later on, yeah, I'll get to that. So from 1996 till 1998, she has braids, she wears weaves, she wears, she did that thing again, that hairstyle where it circles all over her scalp. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, she's doing like those hairstyles that African women do with their hair, if it's not a weave. So by 1999, again, poof, out of nowhere, she has dreadlocks again. And the dreadlocks, in 1999, the dreadlocks are quite in a rough shape because they implanted. So obviously they're gonna be in a rough shape. They're not gonna look like how my dreadlocks look, which is like, it looks like it's bent together. So by 1999, the hair looks like it was implanted. You can tell it looks like it was implanted. And another thing is that the same width of the dreadlocks are the same as the ones that she had in 1994, 1995. So this is why I said that she might have kept the dreadlocks that she cut, because it was her hair after all. So in 1999, this is when the dreadlocks that she implanted start taking shape or start finding a home in her head. Because like I said, in 1999, the hair, the dreadlocks, I mean in 1998, the dreadlocks, 1998, the dreadlocks, they look like they were implanted because they were implanted. Then in 1999, the dreadlocks start finding a home, which means they look like they settled, like how my hair looks right now. It looks like it's been there. And this is when I believe was the height of her freeform dreadlocks, because this was the time where she was at the Grammys with that iconic picture where she had 4 Grammys in her hand, in her 2 hands. And her dreadlocks are so, oh my God, she looks hot, bro. That's my kind of woman. So her dreadlocks really look good. They really look good. They are up until her neck. They haven't touched the shoulder yet, but the ones at the back, they touch the shoulder because it's quite closer to the neck, to the shoulder at the back. The dreadlocks don't have Congos because she used a crochet needle to plant them in. Plus, she didn't have time to let them converse in order to form Congos. So they look like single-stranded dreadlocks. So in 2000, the dreadlocks, they grow further. They still look exceptional. Now they look like they belong. The dreadlocks reach the upper chest of her body. She has them, or let me just say, in the pictures, she has them styled like how Bob Marley's dreadlocks were, where it's like this. It's not like how mine are, which like at the front, or maybe she just pushed them back. That's why I'm saying she styled them like that. Yeah. Then by 2001, poof, the dreadlocks are gone. Now she has a mini afro, so she cut them again for the second time. Why she cut them, only she knows that. But either way, she still looks hot even without the dreadlocks. Yeah, and that's the end of me breaking down the evolution of her Freeform dreadlocks. Peace. Love yourself.